So guys, just an update, not vlogged in ages, I know. So I've been actually on point. I've not been procrastinating, I've just been really locked in with Laquay, really locked in. I'm actually now wearing the jacket, the sample jacket that you saw me do on this video here, insert here. And I'm going to take my time with this. I'm going to see what other options I've got in terms of like, I'm going to try another material. I was going to do a blue, but I think black really is the one for this. I'm loving this jacket. Let me show you properly. So this is how it came out, guys. This is how it came out, exactly how I wanted it. You got the zip, metal zip, and then you've got the silver buttons. At first I thought it was going to look too girly, but it actually doesn't at all. It actually looks like a man's jacket, but it's unisex, so even if it does look a bit feminine, perfect, because that's the point, you know. Anyway, so yeah, proper gas with this jacket. Proper gas with this jacket, honestly. And this is all made from scratch. This isn't like no pre-made, like here's a jacket and add on like some embroidery on it. No, this is cut and sew. Everything was decided by me. The ribs, like the rib size. Anyway, I don't need to explain. I've got the video of me explaining the tech pack. Sorry, I'm passionate about this because I'm proud of myself. But anyway, yeah, so this is the jacket, you can see. You've got the diamond quilts, because it's timeless. I was going to do the onion. I'll insert photo here. That's the onion quilt that like is really popular at the moment. But it might not be in 2-3 years. And this jacket needs to survive forever. So, this is how it's looking. I'm probably going to make another sample to make the sleeves a bit longer. Because this is an extra small, so it might just be that I need to get a size up, but I make an extra small sample, and then based on how that fits me, it's going to go up a size. So, okay, let's say let's say you're a medium. Let's say you're a medium and you order a medium, you're going to have the same problem, because it's you know, if that makes sense. Meaning, if I just get this longer and get this a bit less tight, then all of a sudden, you know, then your mediums are going to fit perfect. So I'm probably going to have to go ahead and do that. There's honestly no rush with this jacket. I'm honestly like okay with even just dropping this next year, December. Sounds insane, I know, but great things do take time, guys. Like, you got to think, like, it's not about, I don't want to rush it, it's just about money, right? If I've got enough money, I'll be able to execute this actually quite quickly. But I'm gassed with it. I'm absolutely gassed with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm absolutely gassed with this jacket. It's proper simple. Do you know what I mean? But I'm gonna try. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order another sample on a different material, because this is like puffer jacket material, which is quite sick. But I want to see the other option. But anyway, so obviously I had to show you that, guys. But yeah, I've been working hard on Laquay at the moment, learning Facebook ads, learning how to do IG reels, trying to be more consistently dropping. What I've realized is I need to I need to get more tactical with the whole like finding models, IG reels. I know, guys, I know I'm maybe doing a bit too much by myself, and it might be backfiring at us, but you know, up to this point. But this is what I have to do in order to then start working with people. It's fine as long as I create the fundamentals and I create the infrastructure in the Laquay business, then I can actually get people involved. Like, because I can't actually get people involved now because there's not much infrastructure. Meaning, like, I need to set up algorithms, and what I mean algorithms, I mean like when I do a drop, I need to know exactly what kind of videos need to come out on what days. And first of all, I don't know that, and two, I don't have enough models to really figure that out. There's also influencer marketing and all of that stuff that I need to get my head around. So it's a lot. I mean, this is gonna be like a 5-year period of just like learning so much stuff. And I reckon after 5 years, things will start to run smooth, if that makes sense. And I know this sounds crazy, guys, but I'm at that age now where I'm now thinking in like severe, like long-term years, because not because I'm like this, or like, you know, it's more because 5 years passes so quick. You know, it was COVID nearly 5 years ago, so 5 years pass quick, but it's long enough to really get good at your craft. So I'm alright with doing this for 5 years and for the rest of my life. Yeah. So let me just update you. So I've gone 2 months now without drugs and alcohol. I'll insert here, I am sober. I've been on point, guys. I've been so on point, and I do feel great. I stopped drinking caffeine as well again now, which is good. I did drink caffeine, I think, for 3 weeks every day whilst I was sober. You know, still sober, but whilst I began the sober journey, I was drinking coffee every bloody day. And the problem with that was, okay, I was getting a lot of work done, so it kick-started me into this algorithm of work. But then when I quit it put me in a massive rut. So I was waking up late again, started watching Bear, Cornhub and all that shit. And it's funny because when you go a month and a half, when you go 2 months without drinking drugs, you can kind of actually get away with constantly like not doing NoFap, right? You still feel super drained and just your sleep's still messed up and you're still not as productive, but you would like, what I'm trying to say is, if I had to pick, right, if you were doing, I said it perfectly in my head the other day. Basically what I'm trying to say is, drink and drugs affect us way more than we think, and we cope by saying moderation, and moderation fucks you up, man. Like, the fact that it took a month, or not a week, bro. Like, we always talk about like moderation, like once a week is fine. Yeah, but it took me a month for NoFap, for like constantly watching porn and shit, to not affect me because I'm not drinking, meaning you have to actually wait a month for the magic of being sober to work. Meaning if you drink every week or you drink every 2 weeks, that's not actually enough time for your body and your brain to get to feel the magic and the power of like the sober energy you get. My skin's also even much better as well. Bear in mind I have stopped eating sugar as well though, so it's obviously just that as well, you know. But the alcohol is definitely something that messes your skin up. But what I'm saying is, my point is, I could be doing NoFap, you know, 2 month streak, no porn, no wanking, nothing, right? Listen, I go out and I drink and I end up doing packet. All those NoFap benefits are gone. I swear my mum's life, they're gone. I feel super shy in public, mad social anxiety, you know, don't have that drive and that fire to really go for my goals. So NoFap's actually quite weak in that sense. But then when I'm not drinking and not doing drugs, even if I wank for a whole week, I still manage to be really motivated during the day. Meaning, NoFap is great, and it's a bit more petrol to the fire, but no drinking and no alcohol is the foundation, guys. It's literally the foundation to fucking chase your dreams. And it's so shit that it is, because drinking is so fucking fun and doing drugs is so fun, and I'll never in my life not miss it. And that's the problem, right? Once you do drugs, it's not that you've done drugs, it's that you'll always know what that feeling is like and what you can make yourself experience on that night, or how you can feel better if you're sad. That's the problem with doing drugs. And as well, the amount of drugs that I ended up trying, I'm in this really tricky thing with like, any emotion I feel, I know what drug would feel great to that. And that's really dangerous, right? Because let's say you're someone that only does packet. For example, with me, like, if I only did packet, I'd probably only crave packet when like I've made some money or good news has happened. That's when I feel like doing packet. I know, right? Not when you're sad. When life is just feeling really good, that's all of a sudden when you want to just do a bunch of lines. But then when you've done like lean and all that kind of shit, you then know that like, oh, I'm feeling a bit sad today. Bit of lean would be amazing. When you've done Valium and shit, it's, God, I feel a bit, got anxiety today. A Valium would be good. So any emotion you naturally feel, you know what, you start to just crave a drug. And that is fucking disgusting, guys. That's why drugs are so bad for you. It's because you'll forever know how it felt, and you'll always miss it. I've also, like, I could be wrong with this, because they do say that after 7 months is when your brain genuinely does recover and you actually don't crave drugs anymore. But I hope so, because I'm still craving sugar and it's been 2 months, and I'm still craving alcohol and drugs and it's been 2 months. Like, I still want to do it. Like, I'm still out and about and go, I would love to get fucked right now. Do you get it? Like, I still, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's just my point there. Just my point of like, the ultimate thing is, you know, you've got all cold showers, you've got jogging, you've got all this shit. If you're drinking, you're doing drugs, that shit does not work. Like, it just doesn't. It's kind of like adding salt to a dish that has no herbs and spices. It doesn't really do anything to the food. If you've got no sauce if you just made chicken and rice and you've got no sauce, no spices, and you think a bit of salt's gonna really pattern it, it really isn't. You're not gonna want to eat it again. It might be easier to swallow the food, but you're not gonna want to eat it again. You're not gonna look forward to cooking that again. It's the same with drugs. It's like, if you're doing all this like self-help bullshit, but you're out there getting fucking waved, it's not gonna, like, you're gonna be like, oh, why am I like still in the same spot in life, even though I'm doing self-help, because you're doing drugs. And it's so cliche, because it's so like, oh, everyone knows this, but we actually don't realize how bad drugs actually are. Yeah, but that's just what I had to say. 12 minutes talking now. Okay, so this is the plan. So I've not been going out on Saturdays and all that, which is really good. I have been feeling really lonely though, and it's probably now starting to backfire. So I'm gonna go out, but not like just out for no reason. You know, going to a birthday party. We've spoken about this, just not going out for no reason, you know, anymore and stuff like that. But yeah, going to a birthday party, Astral, she's modelled for Laquay, insert pics here. So going there with Joe Blue's girlfriend, Hannah. It's in Sudbury, it's in Surrey. So I'm going to be driving to Surrey. My car has been like experiencing some weird sounds, so need to double check if I can get away with driving to Surrey. But ideally I want to drive to Surrey because I'm sober, and if I get stuck in Cunch, it's like I've got all, like, it's gonna be hard to say no to drugs, right? Or, well, not drugs, but drink. I've got all the reason, guys, to have a drink. This is the thing, the last point as well, I don't want this video to be so long. The other thing that's quite scary is when you're on the sober journey is, the longer you go, you do crave it less. You do. But the more your brain tells you that you were allowed to treat yourself because you've gone such a long time. And because you've gone a long time, the byproduct of that is you are going to work more. You just are. Like, motivation is real. When motivation kicks in, you will literally pick up whatever you want to do. Like, it's actually really simple. Then, of course, motivation leaves, and then that's when discipline is. Then that's another story. But motivation is a strong factor that comes in when you go sober. The problem is, when you go really long, you work a lot. And when you work a lot, your brain, it gets, and this might be the addict brain of mine, but it gives you 1,000 reasons why you are allowed to let loose. But the only reason, like, you've got the devil telling you 1,000 reasons in your ear and your shoulder, 1,000 reasons why you're allowed to let loose. And once you drink, then you've got another 1,000 reasons why you're allowed to have a bump. That's how it starts. But the angel only gives you one reason on why you can't, and it's because that angel says, if you do this, you will end up in the same place. Like, that's it. There's like one thing of, okay, I've got 1,000 reasons why I'm allowed to get on it. There's also a huge chance that I won't go back into this rut. That's what you tell yourself. You will. The angel just goes, look, if you do this, you're going to end up in the same place. And then a year will go past, 2, 3, 4 years will go past, and you'll be like, oh shit, I'm in the same spot as 4 years ago. And that's what hit me the most, turning 25. What hit me the most was I did have more goals that I wanted to accomplish by 25. I did and I didn't, but I did. And I have actually reached a lot for 25, so I practice gratitude in terms of that. But it is scary to know that it's really scary. Someone like me experiencing 5 years going past, and you did have plans to do things, and you just didn't do it, and then you realize, wow, like, time slips away, and if you don't take action, you will fail life. And that sounds fucked, but when I mean fail life, I mean like, it's happened with my music career, but if you take too many L's, you do just give up. And I know this is like a controversial thing of what I'm saying here, but if you take too many L's, it becomes trauma. And once something becomes trauma, that's it. Like, you can't undo trauma, if that makes sense. So if you just let too many years go by, and you're letting it go by because of drinking drugs and hanging out with the wrong people, you could dig yourself such a hole that it's to then get out of it in your mid-30s or 40s. It's like there's no point. It's not impossible, guys. But it's kind of like saying to, like, you know, those morbidly obese people in the USA, like, you know, you can lose your weight. They can. It's not impossible. Of course they can lose their weight. But guys, it's like the percentage of them doing it is so low now. Do you get it? It's like, so the more you fuck your life up, and the older you get, you can still make it. It's just gonna be so fucking difficult that is the amount of willpower and motivation that it's gonna take, the amount of years that it's gonna take of like practicing so much shit just to like be able to chase your dreams is scary. So my point is, 5 years goes past quick, and in another 5 years you've gotten 10 years. People become billionaires in 10 years, like, and I say that as a metric because 10 years is nothing. And if someone was to tell you to have 1,000 millions in 10 years, you'd be like, whoa. So what I'm trying to do now is I am going to stick to something for 10 years, right? It's going to be hard. It's going to be shit. It's going to be boring. You know, consistency, when you're actually being consistent, things are boring now because you're being consistent. You're having to do the same thing. You're having to work on the same algorithm, and that then starts getting boring. And I'm a novelty, dopamine-based person where I get very motivated with new things, trying new things. Like, I'll make a jacket, and then I'll want to make some cords, and then I want to make a jumper, and actually maybe I'm supposed to just focus on a jacket or just focus on caps, etc. But I'm obviously not going to be so harsh on myself, because at least I'm now only focusing on one thing, which is Lecrae. But I guess inside of the Lecrae realm, I should maybe just be focusing on 2 items at a time, not so many things, because then all of a sudden I am getting overwhelmed. But anyway, guys, so I'm probably going to just post this video here just as an update, so that I've just got content for you guys. Actually, I've posted it now, literally 3rd of July. So I'll post that now. But then I'm going to start vlogging again, I guess, on this Saturday, I guess. And I'll start going out again as well on a sober one to events that are very important, etc. So, yeah, cool. Life is getting quite exciting.